俺が食い止める。行くぞ。俺が食い止める。さっさと気をためろ。死ぬなよ、ベジータ。
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. So the characters are now pushed to the game. Let's go ahead and do a quick look at what their stats are, as well as the full kit for the 1% Beerus and 1% Evil Boo, who I'm actually pretty excited for. The little teasers that they gave for this guy's kit seem pretty interesting, because you know me, big MajinBlue Saga fan. I'm all for more debuffs for, buffs for the tag. Let's see, God, Goku, stats. Be sure to take away 13k, and then I guess you could add 5k dependent on your titles and whatnot, but the stats aren't looking too bad. That's not bad at all for a strike oriented unit. For Gohan I'm really curious about. This guy has some stupidly high multipliers. Yeah, what a shocker. That's pretty good looking stats. Yeah, good job, Gohan. I'm not surprised. Those are looking pretty good. HP stat looking a little good too, 2.5 million. And what about you, God Goku? 2.465. Okay. Evil Boo. What is Evil Boo's looking like? Oh, nice. Mid 180s in terms of being a defensive type. Not bad at all. Not very good offenses, but then again, that's not really what you're going to be running him for. Beerus? Wait, Beerus is a range type? Wow, look at the discrepancy between Strike and Blast. Jeez. Not bad at all. Okay, well, actually, it's a huge discrepancy, but not too bad. Let's go ahead and see what this guy does. Strike, Blast, Anti-Blast Armor. Extra Blast damage inflicted. Blue card, 4% blue card damage. Massive Explode, minus 20% enemy sustained damage cut effects. Cancel enemy attribute upgrades under normal conditions. Cannot be nullified by most special moves. And shorten allies subcount on hit. Green card. We know that this is an AoE green card, so you draw Blast, get 50 key, extra damage, cover null, card draw speed. You're level 2 at this point, and you can chain it with pretty much everything. But what? No, you can chain it with everything. Okay. Ultimate, massive explode damage upon activation, 40% ult damage inflicted, endurance nullification. It's a melee based one, so you fly forward to the opponent. Some of it is dealt to standby. Take away 100 key, minus 50% to key recovery as well. Well, Blast Armor. Not bad. Main ability, draw the ult, heal 20% of your health, and get 50 key. Take away attribute downgrades under normal conditions, and lower ally subcount by 5, with enemies taking minus 50% to health restore. Do you ever find it funny how they sprinkle in some of the lesser paid attention to debuffs? Like, take away 50% of their health restore. I can't help but wonder, what are they thinking when they come up with that? Like, I think this is a good chance for this guy to get that. Like, you know, Super 17 does that. He keeps stacking up health restoration debuffs. And I'm guessing their thought process is, hey, odds are your opponent is going to go to a Goku, like the Spirit Bomb Kid Goku. And this is a good opportunity for you to just waste every single one of those 3% HP heal charges, because Super 17 is going to do no damage anyways, but you can leverage that. You can take away some of that guy's healing. Z ability, well, we already know the Z ability. Strike and Blast defense. This I find super weird. I think everyone is a double defense Z ability but the God Goku. I wonder why they're doing that. They started spamming out a bunch of double defense Z abilities recently. I think Bulla, a Universal Spirit Bomb Kid Goku, I think LF Ultimate Gohan, this Beerus, and I think the Evil Boo all have double defense Z abilities. A bit odd. Let's see. Shorten known subcount by 2 by default. 100% damage inflicted, 70% reduced damage received, card to speed, minus 5 to arts cost. Show up on the field, restore health by 15% and key by 20, so he gets key on entry. 80% damage inflicted with another 40% for 15 counts, putting him at a nice little 220% when he shows up on the field for 15 counts. Pretty good. 15% to blue and ultimate damage inflicted. Activates 3 times, so you want to start with Beerus. Nullify own unfavorable element factors for 5 counts. Reduce enemy key. Take away. Inflict enemies with the attribute downgrade plus 5 to strike and blast arts costs. Minus 10% to blast and arts power. Blast and strike power. And took away card draw speed. Pretty much everyone takes away card draw speed nowadays, so I'm not surprised. But notice how it says it inflicts all enemies with it too. The following effects occur every time when hit by an enemy's arts attack while you're on the field. Restore own health by 3%, reduce enemy ki by 70, randomly destroy 3 enemy cards, inflict all enemies with no switching for 5 counts. Wow. Why does this guy sound like he has better sustain than some defense type units? Okay. He has a cover change against strike arts, chainable with the blue. When he changes cover, destroy one of your own cards to draw a blue card. The blue duo do that, but they don't destroy a card. They just draw it. 20% to blue cards damage inflicted. So if you actually perform the cover change, you're going to get a blue card to actually use. Cancel own attribute downgrades under normal conditions. Nullify type disadvantage element factors for damage sustained. Take away one enemy card. All enemies have a +5 to strike blast special move arts cost for 5 counts that stacks. If it goes on standby, get a Dragon Ball. Restore ally health by 10%, ki by 20. 20% to damage inflicted by allies, so he's also a support unit. Cancel enemy buffs when they activate Rising Rush while this character is on the field. Shorten on sub count by 1 every time an enemy uses a Striker Blast Arts card while this character is on standby. I'm so confused by what they're trying to achieve with this Beerus. What do they want with him? Because he kind of feels like he's doing everything. They want him to be a really good offensive unit with the AoE green card, the level 2 card draw speed, the extra damage, and the card. They want him to be a solid tanky unit by taking away ki, destroying cards, and going time neutral whenever he cover changes, while also healing HP. They also want him to be a decent support type by doing sub-count manipulation, giving ki to your allies, and damage inflicted. But it's like they're missing key attributes for any one of those things. If you're going to be a defensive tanky guy, at least have some way to deal with the rush. If you're going to be a really good offensive unit, you need more ways to get cover nullification and have higher multipliers. If you're going to be a defensive type, you should have at least a bit more when it comes to overall sustain. I'm super confused by what they're trying to achieve with Beerus. It's like they want him to do everything, but not really excel at anything. Interesting character. Evil Boo, I'm more interested in what you got in store, man. Because you, if we're running on a full MajinBlue Saga team, provide crit rate and damage. Strike attack, plus 5% to health restore for 15 counts upon activation. Blast card, restore. Wow! Whoa, his own blast card heals him. Hey, that's really good. Hey, what? He heals 3% every time he activates a blast card. That's pretty good. Guilty Shot. Massive explode damage, 30% to blue card damage for 3 counts upon activation. Destroy all of your enemies' special move and special arts cards on hit. Ah, that sucks. Can you imagine if that was on activation? Basically, Gohan can't counter it. UVB couldn't counter it. Super 17 couldn't absorb it. That would be a pretty interesting way to initiate willy-nilly. It's a range blue, which is nice. Green card. This is draw a blast card next. Restore own health by 15%, ki by 50. Nullify own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. Takes away shorten sub count by 5 for 20 counts. Inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade minus 50% to health restore. This is not an AoE green. It's just a stop tying green card. Pretty good. Ultimate, massive impact, 50% to all damage inflicted upon activation. Portion of the damage dealt goes to the bench units. Take away 2 Dragon Balls and destroy all of your enemy's cards and seals the enemy's Rising Rush for 15 counts. Please note that it says on hit. Can't just willy-nilly miss with the ultimate and hope that the opponent is not going to be able to rush you. They will absolutely be able to rush you. It's kind of funny though. Why would it seal the enemy's Rising Rush while also taking away Dragon Balls? I don't think they'd be able to rush you anyways. But alright, looking good. Main ability, draw the ult. Restore on health by 30%, which is a lot. Get 50 ki, 30% damage inflicted permanently. Minus 5 to strike and blast arts cost, pretty good. With built-in anti-endurance for 30 counts. Basically the Corrupt Murder Zamasu ability. Very nice. He provides double defense for regen, MajinBlue Saga, or powerful opponent, which is great. And then if you're MajinBlue Saga, they give you strike attack. I don't get it. Strike MajinBlue Saga is basically just regen? I don't know. Who knows, lads? I mean, they're buffing up. You know, LF Kid Buu is getting a Zenkai Awakening, so it sounds like they want to focus more on ranged regen, but who knows? When battle starts, 100% damage inflicted with 70% reduced damage received. Always looking nice. Already looking nice. Wait a minute. He doesn't have cardio speed. Applies the following effects to allies if there are 2 episode MajinBlue Saga battle members other than this character in the party. 20% damage inflicted and 50% crit rate to allies. Very nice. The following effects occur when this character enters the field. He gets 70% damage inflicted, putting him at 170%. He gets another 20% damage inflicted, activates 3 times. AKA, you may want to start with the character. No, actually, probably not. You want to maintain the disrupt, so no, probably not. Going up to 230%. Inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade minus 30% to health restore for 20 counts. Also inflicts all enemies with 2 sub-counts if there are 2 MajinBlue Saga battle members other than this character in the party. I said this character has some neat little, has some sprinklings of some neat things in his kit. One of them being that little 2 sub-count lock-in. Super Vegeta has this, meaning that you can, if you're quick enough, you can snipe some characters. If they're very, very weak and your opponent thinks they can get away, they can't. The Evil Buu will probably be able to get a quick kill in, which is kind of cool. I like that. The following effects occur every time when faced with an enemy. Restore own health by 5% and ki by 30. Apply attribute upgrade minus 20% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to self for 10 counts. Inflict the enemy with the attribute downgrade minus 1 card draw speed. A passive that can work both offensively and defensively. So if you're on the offense, you're healing and you get ki to combo for longer and minus 20% to enemy sustained damage cut effects. But if you're on the other side where you're now getting comboed, you're going to heal to tank a little bit longer, but you're also taking away card draw speed, which is very nifty just to stop enemy combos. The following effects occur if own health is 50% or below when hit with an enemy's arts attack. Restore health by 30%, nullify unfavorable element factors for 20 counts, reduce enemy ki by 70, and take away a Dragon Ball, aka snuff out their combo potential. It's a cover change against blast arts, just like the Buu Duo, chainable with the blue. After the enemy attack is over, restore 30% of his HP, up to 30% of his health. 20% damage inflicted with card draw speed. This is very similar to the Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan 2 Trunks from like 2+ years ago. That guy stacked up card draw speed after your opponent stopped hitting you, so quick attacks and tap attacks would actually cause him to stack up card draw speed and damage inflicted. So it looks like Buu got that ability. But the cherry on top is he also has cover null. 15 counts of cover null. So you just take 1 tap attack, you got card draw speed, extra damage, and 15 counts of cover null. Pairing that with the fact that you will get minus 20% to sustain damage cut effects and more ki if your opponent keeps switching. It's a niche scenario, but Buu can have some combo potential is what this says. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's strike blast or special move attack while this character is on the field. Cancel own attribute downgrades, reduce enemy ki by 30, activation count resets after character switch. Also inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade, plus 5 to all arts costs. This is actually a really powerful disruptive capability. Stacking up the arts costs and taking away ki just by default will force your opponent to swap to a different character. But remember, if your opponent swaps, they lose card draw speed and you heal a little bit. But the cherry on top though is when your opponent's combo finally ends, Buu is going to heal up to 30% of that damage that was dealt to him. Up to 30% of his max HP from the damage dealt. And he has sustained damage cut effects with card draw speed and sustained damage cut. They basically want him to be someone that does a decent or a good job of tanking. But when it's finally over, you'll probably be able to go on the offense pretty good. I like that. This is a pretty nifty kit. The following effects occur when the enemy activates an ultimate, Awaken Arts, or Rising Rush while this character is on the field. Shorten ally subcount by 5. Inflict the enemy with the attribute downgrade minus 30% to the ultimate and Awaken Arts power for 3 counts. Cancels enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects, which activates twice, meaning he takes away the anti-endurance effects of ultimates and rising rushes. Not on blue cards, you may notice, so Vegito's still going to snuff you out, and I guess, well, any blue card, really. Yeah, for the most part, that's pretty good. So for Ultra Kid Buu, this is pretty good if you're going to run a regeneration team. Any endurance character, this is pretty good. They definitely want you to consider running Ultimate Gohan with this guy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Evil Buu. I think he's going to be great. I got a lot of Z powers stashed away, so I guess it goes to him. Pretty good. I think his sustain is going to be pretty nice. Paired alongside the new characters and their stats. By the way, this is going to be the showcase team for Ultimate Gohan. The issue with Ultimate Gohan is he has a double defense Z ability, and guess what? Ultra Rathan also has a double defense Z ability, so it can be a tiny bit problematic. To offset that, we're going to use Trunks Vegeta, the Revival, Kid Gohan, and Ultimate Gohan there. Ultimate Gohan has a double offense Z ability. I think it'll be okay. The damage multipliers is high enough that it shouldn't be too bad. But if I figure the Z ability is instant enough, I'll probably swap out Pan. But I wanted to take a look at equipment. There should be a new Awakened equip, and they teased us with a new plat. So let's... oh, it's a Super Saiyan 3 Goku on it. 12% special move and ultimate damage. 22% to strike or blast. And another 10% to pure strike and blast attack if a battle member other than this character is MajinBlue Saga. The only restriction is MajinBlue Saga. Wow, this is a really good equip. Would have been nice if there's some max HP, but for the most part, this is pretty good. Every hyper offensive unit can leverage this. Nice. What about this plat equip? Max HP, double defense, and pure blast attack and strike attack if Super Saiyan God is a battle member, with the only restriction being God Key and Movie Saga. Hey, this is going to be perfect for Gogeta. Because let's be real here, people are going to be pairing the new Gogeta with this God Goku. That's pretty good equip. I think that's it, though. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's a new equip in PvP. Alright, that's going to be everything. Let me know in the comment section below what you're thinking. Thank God we got a Bonanza, because we're going to be farming that stupid plat. And definitely this Awakened equip, but I pray I have enough fragment medals, because I'm running out. Character stats wise, looking pretty appropriate. I'm really hoping that Evil Buu turns out to be a very, very tanky unit. I think he will be. Healing damage dealt, healing a ton off the main, healing for every blast card that he activates, as well as healing from the damage that he receives and the opponent swapping. I don't know, it's kind of translating to a character that has a lot of ways of sustaining himself. Not bad. But either way, be on the lookout for the showcases, lads. This is going to be very soon. Best of luck on your summons. But until next time, peace.